Hey everybody, welcome to No Bones About Wrestling. I'm your host Asa, and I'm here as always with K Fabulous.
Hey.
And this is your AEW All-In Preview and Prediction Show. Hooray! Yay! Yay! And so we're going to guide you through the card, give you our thoughts on the 0 hour matches and the pay-per-view matches. We're going to tell you not only who we're cheering for, but who we're predicting. And of course, as always, our No Bones About Wrestling Prediction Championship belt is on the line, which currently I hold. You'll have to excuse my voice today. My allergies are acting up, which is very macho. You can tell I'd fit right in the wrestling world, like I did back in my brief time in it.
Allergies.
So yeah, let's get right to it, hey?
Mm-hmm.
So on the 0 hour, which is the pre-show, which I just want to say first off, I'll say, this is bigger. This is a big deal, y'all. This is bigger than WrestleMania as far as tickets sold. It's bigger than WrestleMania as far as the talent level. Just the talent level in this card is crazy. This show is fucking stacked. Every single match on here could be a main event somewhere in the world today. No doubt.
This
card is fucking stacked. No.
Like any pay-per-view. You could say that any of the matches could be a main event somewhere in the world, because you're talking about like independent wrestling places. That's not saying anything.
Okay. Nonetheless, the show is fucking stacked.
Yes, yeah.
It's a big deal. This is the biggest wrestling show, I think, of all time. Like, really, that's what they're hyping it as. We haven't seen the buy rates yet, but just as far
good.
The advanced buy rates are said to be good. Who knows where that's coming from? But
it came from Tony Khan.
Well, of course he's saying that, but we've already got it ordered, so we check into that. We will definitely be seeing it, and I'm so glad it was Sunday afternoon.
I know, it's so nice.
Every pay-per-view should be Sunday afternoon.
Yeah,
let's do that. Yeah.
How do we make that happen? Who do we have to talk to?
I don't know, but man, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. Like, starting at 1 p.m., man, it's going to be a long show, but it should be over by 5. That's nice.
Over by 5?
Yeah.
I bet it's longer.
It may be, because I heard there's more coming still.
Yeah, there's going to be surprises.
So we have 9 matches on the main card. Well, we just wanted to go ahead and get this done because we're busy. We've got a lot going on this week, and this was the only night we could see getting this preview and prediction out to y'all.
Well, especially with enough time for them to have a chance to listen to it before Sunday.
Exactly. So we wanted to go ahead and predict and preview what we can, what's out there. So in the 0 hour, the FTW, which stands for Fuck the World, if you weren't aware, the FTW title, they just don't tell you that on television. The champion, Jack Perry, is defending against Hook. And the interesting thing here is originally they were hyping Jack Perry was retiring the belt, on Collision this week. Is that correct?
I think originally they said Dynamite, and then they said Collision, and now they're saying...
And now they're saying he's facing Hook on the 0 hour. So we'll see what they're doing. I don't know. But for now, that's the match. Perry versus Hook. And this has been a feud. Perry had been taunting Hook for weeks. Finally got a shot at the FTW title. Won it from Hook. And the last time we saw Hook, he was waiting at a subway station. 2 trains went by. And the next time, after the trains went by, he was gone. So he got on a subway train. So he got on a subway train and was gone.
Dumbledore is that in the Harry Potter movies.
And you couldn't wait to tell me that.
No.
I see.
No.
So who knows where he went or what, or where he's been, for that matter. We haven't seen him since then. I don't know if he plans to explain himself or what, but that's the deal. In the meantime, Jack Perry got a win over Rob Van Dam, who came to defend the name of ECW and got turned away by Perry. Big upset there, you know. One of the biggest wins, maybe the biggest win of Jack Perry's career. I mean, Rob Van Dam is now he's 52, but Rob Van Dam was the WWE World Champion. He was the ECW World Champion at one point. I think he was. I know he was the World Television Champion there, and I think he might have been World Champion eventually. Yeah, he was in ECW. He was. But that was a big win for Perry. That was a good match too, Perry and RVD. But so, you know, are we going to see more ECW guys, you know, crawling out of the woodwork here to help Hook get the belt back? Is Hook getting the belt back? What do you think about this one, Kay?
So I am cheering for Hook, and I think Hook is getting the belt back. You
think we're going to see some ECW guys show up?
No.
No?
No. I think he's going to win it clean by himself, without interference. Maybe an ECW guy will show up just to make sure Jack Perry doesn't cheat, because that's how he won the belt in the first place, was cheating.
Yeah.
That's only really the only place I see a role I see them playing, ECW guys. I don't think Hook's going to cheat to win. I don't think he needs to.
You don't think the fans would just see it as comeuppance at this point? If, like, 5 ECW guys come and, you know, powerbomb Jack Perry through a flaming table?
No, because I don't think they want Hook to win like that. I think they want us to see that Hook can do it on his own. He was undefeated up until that match with Jack Perry. And I think there's a reason for that. I think they want us to hold Hook in a very high regard. And so I think bringing in an ECW person, which means bringing in an old person, to come and help him when he doesn't need help seems unnecessary.
Huh.
What, you think we're going to see ECW people?
I just got a feeling. I
think maybe as like a surprise special guest referee.
As a guest referee?
Maybe, or something. I don't see them playing a role in the match itself.
I foresee several ECW people playing roles in the match itself.
Like, not just preventing Jack from cheating, but like actually actively attacking Jack Perry?
Yes, yeah.
Like, do you think there's just, like, not even going to be a match? It's just going to be a series of guys attacking Jack Perry?
No, there's going to be a match.
Then Hook's going to come in and, like, pin him?
There's going to be a match. I think that something will happen to the ref at various points, and then that's when the ECW guys will strike, so to speak. And I have a gut feeling we're going to see that. Now, I could be totally wrong. You seem to think I'm totally wrong.
I think you're totally wrong. But
I think that's why it's on the 0 hour, is I think it's, hey, ECW, I remember those guys. Fuck, let's buy this pay-per-view. That's what I would do if I were Tony Khan. Round up some of these fuckers. Yeah, throw them on there.
Who are some that you would round up?
Tommy Dreamer, for one. Rhino would be one if he's available. I'm trying to think he's not dead.
That's grim.
Well, it's true. Jerry Lynn, you've already got him on staff. He can come out of the back.
Raven?
Raven is alive.
Sandman,
yeah. Also known as Hardcore Hack from his WCW days. That's enough right there, you know.
So you wouldn't bring
Taz
RVD
himself,
back?
RVD, why not? You bring RVD back, it would look bad. I don't think RVD would do that.
Yeah.
It'd look like poor sports. It'd make him look like a sore loser. He don't want to look like that. I don't think so, at least. But I got a feeling we're gonna see like a ECW gangbang on Jack Perry, basically. You know.
It'd be cool if they did like a lumberjack match and all the dudes on the outside were all ECW dudes.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that.
feel like they would advertise that if that's what was going to happen.
Yeah. No. I'm going for Hook, obviously, and I'm predicting Hook to win back the FTW title. And will it remain a title? I don't know. What do you think?
I say yes.
You say yes? It's certainly been fought for pretty viciously here lately between Hook, Jack Perry, and RVD. Mm-hmm. It's been fought for in a lot more interesting ways than, say, the TNT title has.
Yeah, that's been boring.
Which has been Christian Cage holding a belt he didn't even win for Luchasaurus, who doesn't even defend it.
Yeah.
So I say, yeah, keep the FTW title. They should probably get rid of some title. Get rid of the fucking TNT title. Shit. I mean, you're not doing anything with it.
They're not going to get rid of that. There's shows on TNT.
Yeah,
TNT would not be thrilled about that.
I know. It does feel like they might have too many singles belts, though. What do they have? The World, the TNT, the FTW,
the International.
The International.
And that's it.
Feels like too many. Yeah, I'm going for Hook, and as I said, I think Hook will become a 2-time FTW champion. Our next match on the 0 Hour, it's going to be a good one, I think. We have the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, Aussie Open, and they are defending against the team of Better Than You, Baby, which is the AEW World Champion, MJF, and his partner, Adam Cole. And this one, I'm not sure how they earned a shot at the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. I'm not sure where that came from, really, just out of the blue, just to give them another title shot.
Yeah.
There's no story to this match at all. So who you got and who are you cheering for?
Well, first of all, I think this is the match to which I am most looking forward.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm very excited about this.
You want to see the kangaroo kick?
I want to see a kangaroo kick. Yes, indeed. However, I do have Aussie Open winning.
I had a dream about this match last night.
Was there a kangaroo kick involved?
There was a kangaroo kick involved.
Was it beautiful and majestic?
The fans liked it.
I see that happening.
I had a dream about this match.
Maybe it's one of your many prophecies.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, it's possible. Who won in your dream?
I didn't get to the end.
You didn't get that
far?
far?
Remember the kangaroo kick, though.
Well, I am both for Aussie Open, and I have Aussie Open winning.
Whoa. Wow. You're a big Aussie Open fan.
I like Aussie Open a lot. Their finisher is the Coriolis. That's so awesome.
What is the Coriolis?
It's a physics term, and it applied is what causes the spiraling of currents on Earth, which is why water goes down the drain in one direction in the northern hemisphere and the opposite direction in the southern hemisphere. It's due to the Coriolis effect.
I see. All right. Well, I am for and am predicting Better Than You, Baby. Team of MJF and Adam Cole. I think, well, I'm for them, definitely. These skits with them as best friends have been hilarious, except the dodgeball one.
Yeah.
At the gym. That was not funny. But the rest have been hilarious, with them going to Outback Steakhouse and getting the Awesome Blossom, and MJF learning the kangaroo kick and taking notes from the majestic beast that is the kangaroo, and it's just been a lot of fun. I want to see... They need some belts, and, these belts, these Ring of Honor belts, are just essentially props for the main event. Because now we have more stakes. We have the two men, we have their friendships, and now we have tag team titles at stakes. And for whatever reason, they decided they didn't want to use the AEW tag titles, but they are going to use the Ring of Honor tag team titles as props in this. As I say again, now we have more at stake in this, in these two staying together, staying on the same page. Because now they're champions together, and they're not just friends; they're on a championship team together.
See, but I view it the opposite way. I think they're going to lose, and that loss is going to start seeing bigger cracks than we've already been seeing.
Well, it's going to be one way or the other. Yeah, right. One way or the other. Yeah. All right, that's about as much as you can say for that match, I think.
Super excited for it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that match, yeah. As my dreams would tell you. Now let's get to the... And it's something, it's not even on the pay-per-view.
I know.
So those are the 2 0-hour matches. And that's better than... I mean, that's going to be better than what you get on a lot of Raw main events or SmackDown main events.
If you were booking this match, how would you book it to be an engaging match?
What match?
The match we're just talking about, the Aussie Open Better Than You Baby match. If you were booking this match, how would you book it to be an entertaining match, but also to keep your main event athletes as safe as possible? Is it possible to do that, you think? Or...
Yeah, you have them get beat up. Because by having them sell, they're in control of what's happening to themselves. People get hurt, they usually do it on offense because that's when you're moving. That's when you're setting your knee down to drop a guy on it. You're throwing your arm out to toss a guy. You're the one doing stuff on offense.
Yeah.
When you're on defense, or you're the one taking moves, you're the one taking your own fall. You're in control of your own body, where you're going. You're in control more. Now, you might have some people flipping on you, landing on you. That can go wrong.
Yeah.
But just in general, Aussie Open doesn't do much of that. So just in general, have them get beat up. Have them be on the defense most of the match, and things should go fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And I bet that's what we'll see.
Yeah.
I bet that's what we'll see.
It'll be interesting. I'm very curious to see how that goes. It's very risky, putting your main event on.
It's really stupid.
It's so stupid.
I mean...
It's like they have to have... Something has to be happening in that main event in connection to this match to make it worth, like even considered, Like, there has to be something that's...
Well, they gotta win the belts. They have to be winning the belts here.
I disagree.
Because you can do they got to be winning the belts, because you could do the disagreement in just a skit. You can't win the belts in a skit. They got to be winning the belts here.
But Aussie Open has only had them for like a month.
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
They're props.
No, it matters to me. I want Aussie Open to retain.
I'm telling you, it's not happening.
I hope you're wrong, and that I can rub it in your face.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
All right, now let's head to the pay-per-view. We have 9 matches announced so far, and we've heard, as we said before, there are going to be more matches announced on Collision. Hell, there may be more matches announced on Saturday and Sunday. I don't know. I don't know what Tony Khan is going to do ever, really.
Isn't that delightful?
It is, yeah. Well, I wish he would settle the lineup so we could do a preview and prediction show,
Well, we're doing one anyway.
Yeah. So let's get started with the pay-per-view part of the broadcast. And these, I just went kind of in the order that I kind of think that they'll be on the card. So this isn't anything else than the order. As I said, I kind of think they'll be on the card. World Trios Championship. House of Black defending against badass Billy Gunn. Not daddy ass. He was very specific. He's going to be badass Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed.
For those of us not familiar with the long and storied career of Billy Gunn, can you tell us what that means?
Sure. It was a period from, say, 97 to... because he kind of turned into Mr. Ass then in 2000. So I would call it a period from 97 to 99 or 2000 where he was badass Billy Gunn, and he was kind of hardcore in some ways. They would have dumpster matches with Mick Foley and Terry Funk, actually, God rest his soul. And the New Age Outlaws got over in a big way because of what their feud with Terry Funk and Cactus Jack, actually.
And who are the New Age Outlaws?
The New Age Outlaws were the tag team. It was badass Billy Gunn and Road Dogg Jesse James. And they were the tag team component of D-Generation X. Okay. So if D-Generation X were the Four Horsemen, they were the Arn and Tully of D-Generation X.
I gotcha. Okay.
They were the guys who went out and got the tag gold. And they won the tag team titles several times,
were
an excellent one of the best tag teams of all time. And they had this whole thing at the beginning that people copied. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D Generation X proudly brings to you. And then they had this whole spiel that they did, and everybody knew it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The Road Dogg Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn. And they had this whole intro that he did, and people loved it. But that was badass Billy Gunn, yeah. So the character that he was while he was in DX, the most over he was in his career, except maybe he might be more over as Daddy Ass.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. He was pretty fucking over as badass Billy Gunn, though.
Do you think we'll hear that similar entrance to that intro that you were just saying?
No, because the guy who did it was Road Dogg Jesse James, and I believe he still works for WWE. And he's like a road agent for them, I believe, still. I'm not sure on that. So I doubt we'll hear it. Yeah, so the House of Black here, Billy Gunn had retired and left his boots in the ring, and they claimed got the boots and took them around and were moping around from match to match with these white boots that Billy Gunn had left in the ring. Daddy Ass had left in the ring. And they said they were going to keep taking them and moping around with them, except there was one hitch in their plan. The House of Black stole the boots, and they put them in a trash compactor, and the boots were never to be seen again. So flashback to, what was that, last night on Dynamite. Here comes Billy Gunn, and he didn't like the fact that they ruined his boots like that. He thought it was anathema. So he said he's coming back. What did he say? For one more? Is that what he said?
I don't remember if he said for one more or if he just said he was coming back.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the intimation was there, but he's coming back, and so they're getting a World Trios title shot. Badass Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed versus the House of Black. Kay, who do you have winning this one?
I'm just giving you a weird look because you just used the word anathema and intimation in that little spiel. It's like a walking word-a-day calendar.
Well, I think highly of our listeners. I think they can...
All right.
I think they either have a good vocabulary or they have a dictionary close by.
Or they can use context clues like me.
Or they can use context clues, yeah.
So I have the Acclaimed and Badass Billy Gunn winning this.
Okay.
And I don't know who I'm for. I hadn't really thought about that. I might be for the House of Black. I love them as trios champions. They're just like a perfect killing machine.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm for the House of Black.
They're like the alien from Aliens.
Yes. Evolutionarily perfect machine for killing.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying I'm for the House of Black.
Yeah, but
I have the Acclaimed and Badass Billy Gunn winning.
Okay. Are you writing this down somewhere, who you're picking?
I already have it written down.
Okay, all right.
I'm reading off my list I made earlier.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, of course. I couldn't do this from memory.
Okay.
I'm too indecisive. I have to decide and then stick with my decision.
I'm having a hard time deciding who I'm going for. I think I'm going for Badass Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to cheer against him when he's coming back,
I know. It is hard, but I'm going to do it.
But who am I predicting? House of Black.
Interesting. So we're reversed in that way.
In what way?
You're cheering for the Acclaimed, but have the House of Black winning.
Yeah.
I'm cheering for the House of Black, but I have the Acclaimed winning.
Yeah.
So you think that Billy Gunn is coming back just to lose again?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Go out the right way.
I don't think he's really going out. Why would he go out? He's still got it. Like, he's still good.
Well, he's still got it, that's for sure.
His sons work for the company. His fake sons work for the company.
I think those are his real sons.
No, I'm saying his fake sons.
They're the Acclaimed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And his real sons, the Guns.
I don't know. Maybe he just wants a break. Maybe he wants a vacation.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants shit. Maybe he wants to retire. Maybe he saved his money. Because the New Age Outlaws sold a ton of fucking merchandise, I'll tell you that. Sold a bunch of... I had a D-Generation X throw rug. I don't know where that is. We got to find that.
Oh my God, I'm sure it's still around.
We got to find that. Or not throw rug, blanket. Blanket,
okay.
For the sofa. Very well done.
Thrilled that will become part of our living room decor.
Yeah. It was so cool.
I'm not a big DX fan. I find them disrespectful.
You find them disrespectful?
Yeah, the whole premise, the suck it. I'm not a suck it fan. Yeah, so rude. My mama raised me right.
How can you not find them? They're just irascible scamps.
Yeah, I'm not a big scamp fan.
Okay. All right. Up next, we got a tag team coffin match, which I don't think I've ever seen a tag team coffin match.
Yeah, do you think both people have to be in the coffin?
I think they might have two coffins.
That's going to be an added level of challenge.
Yeah, I think it might be two coffins, you know.
Or like one big fat person coffin that two
I don't
people
think
can
they're
fit in.
stuffing them both in one coffin. I think they're going to have two. Or
you can just, whichever team gets a contender in the coffin first.
I see it just being two people in two separate coffins.
Well, we'll find out.
They haven't told us yet. It could be any of these things. It's any of these things. I don't think it's gonna be two people in one big coffin, though.
No,
I don't see that. That's silly.
I don't think there's gonna be like a big fat person coffin that they stick two people in.
So the tag team coffin match, probably not the first one. First one I've ever seen, though. We have the 63-year-old Stinger teaming up with Darby Allin, and they are taking on the leader of the Mogul Embassy, Swerve Strickland, and his partner. It's a strange teaming here. Christian Cage, the kind of TNT champion, but not really. And they will, of course, I assume they'll be accompanied by some members of the Mogul Embassy, or at least Prince Nana. Okay, who do you have winning this? Well, let's go through this a little bit. So Darby Allin is friends with, well, it's more than that, really. Darby Allin was trained by Buddy Wayne, who was, if you know him from back in his WCW days, he was Sergeant Buddy Wayne. He was a jobber.
I don't think I realized he was on WCW.
Yeah, he was on WCW. He was a jobber named Sergeant Buddy Wayne, but he was also their trainer. He was a little guy, short guy. But he was their trainer at the WCW power plant, also one of their trainers. And eventually opened his own wrestling school, which he ran like at his house, apparently. Because why not? That's great. That's living the life, man. And Darby was one of his students. And so Darby kind of formed a friendship. You know, Darby's a younger guy, and he formed a friendship with Nick Wayne. Buddy's kind of like a, big brother type friendship with Buddy's son, Nick Wayne. And Darby was really responsible for when Nick was, 16 or so, got him a contract with AEW for when he was 18 years old. Holy fuck. Talk about having it in good with the boss, man. Tony Khan must think a lot about what Darby Allin thinks. But Nick Wayne, some people have it, some people don't. He's got it.
Yeah,
I can tell you that. He's got it. But he's so skinny, he's got to hit the weight room.
Dude, he's 18 years old. 18-year-olds aren't like big, beefy dudes.
He's got to hit the weight room.
He will grow into it. It's like the basketball players.
He's got to hit the weight room. But, anyways, so, where was I? So, where did it go from there? Can you help me fill a gap here? What am I trying to say?
You were talking about, I think, the build up to this match.
Yeah.
So where this is coming from is Nick Wayne was attacked by Swerve, and
Nick Wayne was like messing around in the ring with some guys
at his house.
Yeah, Swerve Strickland and AR Fox, Googled the address, and came by, because, you can find anybody now. It's very scary. But they come by, and they fuck him up. They bust him with a picture of his dad, and the glass cuts him, and he's got blood pouring down his face, and then they make him call Darby Allin, and what do they make him say? I don't recall.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Couldn't have been much. They just, the point was just to say, hey, we fucked up your boy, basically. And so that is really what ramped this into high gear. At one point, this was going to be Sting and Darby versus Swerve and AR Fox, but Swerve has been let down by AR Fox a number of times lately. And AR Fox was only in the stable for like 2 weeks, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
So Swerve's crazy. I like Swerve, man.
I like Swerve too.
He's a loose cannon. And so now AR Fox has been replaced by Christian. So who do you have in this one? Who are you going for? Who do you predict?
Well, when it was Swerve and AR Fox, I was for Swerve and AR Fox. But now that it's Swerve and Christian, I am for Darby and Sting. And I also have Darby and Sting winning.
Well,
because Darby has had several matches that it seemed super unrealistic for him to have any chance of winning. And he has won both of those matches. So I feel like he just can't lose.
What opponents are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Gates of Agony.
Yeah.
With him and Nick Wayne, and then I forget who it was. It was him and Nick Wayne and Sting, and not Sting, and Swerve and AR Fox on Dynamite this week.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Darby just can't lose, and he also has a big match coming up at All Out against Luchasaurus, and I think he is going to lose that one. So I have him winning this one. Plus, I think it would be good for Sting to have a big win at the biggest wrestling show of all time.
Huh.
Who are you for, and who do you have winning?
So I'm for Sting and Darby Allin. Definitely. I like that team. I like Darby a lot. I think some of the wins that they give him, like you say, are ridiculous. Like, Darby and Nick Wayne should never, ever beat the Gates of Agony.
Yeah.
Unless something happened. Unless somebody came and, like, laid them out with steel chairs or something. Mm-hmm. They should not have beaten the Gates of Agony. That was wrong. That was bad.
Especially because, like, the Gates of Agony attacked them before they even made it to the ring.
Yeah.
Like,
there's no reason to there's no reason to make 2/3 of your Ring of Honor 6-man champions look like chumps.
Yeah.
Darby Allin's already over.
Mm-hmm.
Did that really help Nick Wayne that much? More than it hurt the Gates of Agony? No.
No.
That was a dumb move.
I agree.
But anyways, I'm not holding it against Darby. He's not the booker. But I like Darby, and I like the team of Sting and Darby. I mean, they're 30 years or so removed from each other, but they both they seem to have some stuff in common. They both, love putting their bodies on the line. They both love painting their faces. They like that kind of stuff, so that's enough, really. Swerve and Christian, man, they just ooze evil. There's some bad heels, man. These guys are good at being heels.
Yeah, they are.
So Swerve and Christian, I've got news for you. They're winning this. They're going to lock those baby faces into coffins in front of this largest crowd. And that place is going to go boo crazy.
I hope you're right, because I want Swerve to win.
Swerve and Christian are winning this match.
But I can't root for Christian.
Well, what I think, the rumors are, and who knows if you should believe him or not, but Sting, I believe, is 63. I know he's at least 62, but the rumors are he's retiring soon. And people are thinking that this could be the beginning of the end for him. He's put in a coffin and he's locked away, and then maybe he's gone for a little bit, and then he comes back and begins kind of the final phase of his career. And wants revenge, obviously, on Swerve, and or Christian,
I'm still sticking with my answer.
So you said you're going for...
I'm going for Sting and Darby because I can't root for Christian in good conscience.
But you're predicting Sting and Darby.
And I'm also predicting Sting and Darby. So far out of the 4 matches we've talked about, we're differing on 3 of them so far.
Yeah. Well, let's see about this next one. I bet we're the same on this one. The next one up, I have the quote-unquote real world title. We have CM Punk, who is the quote-unquote real world champion, says he was never pinned for it, never submitted for it. All he did was get injured, so he's the real world champion. And he's still got his belt, and he painted a big X over not just the AEW part, but the entire belt, which seems to make the belt itself invalid. But that's a different discussion for a different time. And so CM Punk is defending here against Samoa Joe, the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. His title is not on the line in this match. And they've had a series of matches throughout the years. And they just had a match. And who won that?
Punk won it for the first time ever defeating Joe.
Right. That was the what number match? Was that 3?
It was more than 3.
Was it 4? Really?
No, it was way more, yeah. They had like a series of matches throughout history.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was the first time you ever beat Joe?
Yeah.
How many? You don't know?
I don't know how many.
Oh.
A lot.
Really?
I think so.
I think you're wrong.
I don't think I'm wrong.
Okay, I don't know though. Yeah, why don't you look it up? Anyways, so yeah, CM Punk broke his string of losing to Samoa Joe. And now they're facing off again. And so, Kay, in this one, who do you have?
I have CM Punk winning this, and I am also for CM Punk.
All right. And this one, I also have CM Punk, and I'm going for CM Punk. And I think this is the first match on which we have agreed with each other.
I think so, too. Or, no, we agreed on Hook.
You're going for him and predicting him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hook and CM Punk. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sounds about right.
And I don't know how many matches they've had total, but this says in their first 6 bouts from 2003 to 2005, one of which blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, they've had a lot.
Wow, like okay. I was not aware of that.
I was aware.
Well, good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I usually am right, so I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up next, so CM Punk getting his second win out of who knows how many matches over Samoa Joe. That's what we predict. Should just be a better version of their last match, I hope, which we looked forward to, but I think was a little bit of a letdown for us, wasn't it? Don't you remember it as being that way?
I remember it not being as good as I expected.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad match or anything, just we were expecting greatness.
Yeah.
And I think we just got goodness.
Yeah, I agree.
So maybe we'll get greatness on this stage. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Well, it just seemed odd that they did this match with Punk winning during the Owen Hart Cup and not waiting. Because I think everyone expected it to be a match at All In, and it is.
All right, it was an Owen Hart semifinal.
Yeah, but to have him get the win in the Owen Hart Cup instead of waiting to All In just seemed odd. But I guess it does make this match slightly less predictable. You know, like it's not going to be the first win ever. So it could go either way, theoretically.
Yeah, I think Punk's winning. He's not losing that real world title.
Yeah, no, he's not losing.
We're headed for a Punk MJF face-off. This shit is going to be hot.
Or Adam Cole face-off.
We're heading for a Punk MJF face-off for those belts.
Interesting.
Next up, middle of the card, I think, here. Stadium Stampede. We got, on one side, the Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Ring of Honor World Champion, Claudio Castagnoli. And they're teaming up with the newly returned Ortiz and Santana. Man, were they a great sight to see or what?
I know. I'm so excited to have them back.
Yeah.
I love them.
Probably the two best performers in AEW who haven't won belts, maybe. Two of them, let's say.
That's a big statement.
Two of the best performers who haven't won belts. Yeah. I'd say that.
Because Danielson hasn't had a belt, right?
Wasn't Danielson world champion?
Was he? I don't remember.
I think he was the world champion for a little bit.
Never mind then.
I could be wrong.
That's
where he was. Wasn't he?
I thought he fought for it against Paige when Paige had it and then lost.
I don't know. Now playing the video game so much, I can't remember what's happened on my game and what's happened in reality.
Okay, so our other team.
So Blackpool Combat Club, Ortiz and Santana versus kind of a mishmash team of faces. We've got Eddie Kingston, the New Japan open-weight champion. We have Penta El Cerro Miedo, Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor of Best Friends, and then the AEW International Champion, Orange Cassidy. And so, yeah, that's a weird face team.
Can I just say good for the Best Friends for making the all-in card?
Yeah.
I would not have expected that, you know?
Those guys have been great lately.
No, they have been great. I'm not saying that it's not deserved. I'm just saying it's a surprise.
Those guys have been great lately.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always solid. They're always good.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And Chuck
they just
Taylor,
don't book them like it.
Chuck Taylor, you know, you look at him and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Look at him. But he's really good. He's very skilled. Mm-hmm. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you put the word really in front of good.
He's really good. He's very skilled.
Okay. I would not put the word really in front of that.
One thing that surprises me about this match is Orange Cassidy's inclusion. You know, he's made it a point to be the most fighting champion in AEW, and here we are on the biggest card they've ever had, and he's not defending his title.
But he's still fighting.
Yeah, but he's not defending his title, is my point.
Yeah.
It just feels wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it feels like he should be in the opening match against someone.
Well, part of that has to be like, who's left for him to fight? You know?
Let's see. Ortiz, Santana.
Well, yeah, they just came back.
Brody King and Orange Cassidy. I'd be interested to see that one go down.
Mm-hmm.
Malachi Black, I don't think he's fought. But that might be the end. That might be the
end
of the international.
That would be the end of the reign.
That's who I would think beat him. Or really, at this point, you got to have somebody big beat him. So it might be like good for Danielson to come in and beat him.
Or Moxley.
Honestly, what I would do is I would wait till Danielson returns, have him beat him, and then have Danielson go to Japan, lose it to someone, to the point where someone in AEW now has to go to Japan to win the title back, and the title truly is international. And we'll be like, man, the Japanese have the international title. We have to go get it. Yeah. I think that would be a cool thing.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a cool storyline for sure.
Yeah, and then we're only updated on it in video because we don't have our belt. It's in Japan.
Yeah.
Who's going to go over and get it? You know, that would be really cool, I think.
Yeah. I want it on Zack Sabre Jr., so maybe we could lose it to Zack Sabre Jr. Oh, God, can you imagine a Danielson Zack Sabre Jr. match? That'd be good.
Maybe Sabre Jr. might get added to this card. Who knows?
That'd be awesome.
Who knows? But wait, have you given a pick? No.
No, you were just introducing the groups.
Yeah.
So
this it's really Eddie Kingston doesn't like the Blackpool Combat Club.
Well, and the Blackpool Combat Club beat up the Lucha Brothers, injured Pac, and beat the crap out of the Best Friends in Orange Cassidy in that parking lot fight.
Good call, yeah.
So it's not just Eddie's
I would have gotten there.
It's like what united them.
I would have gotten there.
What, do you want me to not say anything and just wait for it to click? So I am once again choosing who I am also going for in this match, as I'm realizing I have done for most matches. But I have the Blackpool Combat Club, Santana and Ortiz winning, and I am also for them because of Santana and Ortiz. I cannot root against them, so I am not going to. I'm not a huge Blackpool Combat Club fan, but Santana and Ortiz put it over for me.
I pick Blackpool Combat Club, Santana and Ortiz winning. I will be going for Eddie Kingston, Penta, Trent, Chuck Taylor, and Orange, though. Definitely going for the faces here.
Gonna root against Santana and Ortiz? They just came back. They're delightful.
I will be rooting against them, yes.
Sad.
Up next, we have a match that just came out of the clear blue sky. But I think it's going to be pretty damn good. A lot of people on the internet hating on this match. But again, I think it's going to be pretty damn good. Chris Jericho, who has a history of great matches, I mean, let's face it, versus Will Ospreay, who is one of, if not the best wrestler in the world right now. No story here, really, besides the fact they've met recently and haven't seemed to like each other much.
Well, it's Don. He's part of Don Callis' family, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ospreay is, and so
right.
He's doing Callis' bidding.
Yeah, and going up against Jericho, who recently, he did join Callis' family and was in it for about a minute and a half until he saw the painting.
I don't think it made it that far.
Of Callis holding his decapitated head in one hand and a sword in the other. And that was the end of their partnership.
So I want you to go first this time, because I've been going first every time. So who are you for, and who do you have winning?
Well, I'm for Chris Jericho. You will never see me going against the Lionheart Chris Jericho. Never. I never cheer against Chris Jericho. But who is winning? Will Ospreay is winning this match. There's no way they're going to deny him in England this match. I mean, especially when he's trying to build a new kind of heel character here with Don Callis. I mean, he's been a heel, but he's trying to build a new kind of character here with Callis. No, I don't see Jericho going over. I think there's a chance, but I don't think it's a good chance.
Yeah, this is one that I was uncertain of. But in the end, I chose Ospreay for very much the same reason. But I am also going for Jericho because I love Jericho and can't root against him. I like Ospreay a lot too. He's like.
Do you love Jericho even knowing he was a Trump voter?
Why you gotta ruin everything? You're just here to shit all over my life, rain on my parade.
No.
I love in-ring Jericho, and I will never root against him as a wrestler.
I see.
Well, only if he went up against certain people, but that hasn't happened yet, so I'm still going for Jericho.
All right. So yeah, that should be that's going to be a knockdown drag out. And I tell you what, don't sleep on it. Could be match of the night. Jericho's old. I know he's old, but that motherfucker knows how to put a match together. And it's just, we know his limitations now, but don't be stupid. He knows his limitations now, too. So he knows how to put a match together that's going to make the most of his positives and hide his negatives. So if he can do the same for Ospreay, as far as bringing out Ospreay's positives, this could be the match of the night. Forget everything going on with MJF and Cole. Forget about stadium stampedes and coffins and trios. Forget all that. This could be the match of the night.
I don't know how you say that, knowing that Omega, Ibushi, and Paige are fighting White, Takeshita, and Robinson. There's no way that Jericho and Ospreay is going to be better than that match. There's no way.
There's a chance. So that brings us right to our next match. We have the Golden Elite, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, and Hangman Adam Page versus versus Switchblade Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Konosuke Takeshita. It's okay. Who do you have winning, and who are you for?
So I have Omega, Ibushi, and Page winning, because love conquers all, and I'm for them for the same reason.
Let's see. So, do we want to go into the story of this at all?
I don't know the story to this other than they attacked Omega during his interview with Jim Ross. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that was about it, yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of build-up to this.
Yeah, Jim Ross was doing a sit-down interview with Kenny Omega. In come Jay White and Juice Robinson going, Kenny! To beat up Omega.
It's been a while since you busted out your Juice Robinson impression, and I love it.
And then they start beating up Kenny. And so Kenny's going to put a team together. And we end up getting this kind of random 6-man tag match. And Kenny's bringing his boyfriend, Ibushi. And they're going to whip some ass, I think. So you said you're for them and predicting them.
Yes. What about you?
I'm for the Golden Elite, and I'm predicting the Golden Elite because love conquers all.
Exactly.
And we'll see if the cameramen cut away every time Omega and Ibushi embrace on this pay-per-view like they did in the last pay-per-view.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yes, it happened.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So, who knows if that was a Tony Khan call because he didn't think that American audiences could deal with love, homosexual wrestlers. Probably was. I'm guessing.
There's no way. His most over tag team is the Acclaims.
That's true.
And scissoring
they're
is
not out there
it's like
grabbing each other.
But it's like scissoring is like the official hand signal of AEW.
I don't know. Somebody was telling the cameraman to cut away.
Maybe it was just a coincidence.
I don't think so. But and if you want my prediction, just looking at the card for the match of the night, this is it.
Yeah.
This 6-man tag, this is it. I'll be shocked if it's not the best match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Shocked.
Yeah, me too.
All things being equal.
Like, everyone in this match can, like, they can fucking go.
Yeah, this should be 5 bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This should be, like...
in more ways than one.
It should break the scale. That's what I'm expecting
Scale's
of this match.
never been broken.
I know.
So
I'm expecting that this breaks the scale.
Yes. Never seen anything break the scale. Most things don't even get to the
I'm aware.
Top to the 5 bones.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I've been here for every bone rating.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got next?
Up next, AEW World Tag Team Title match. We have FTR putting their belts on the line against the Young Bucks. This should be an interesting one. They're basically battling for who is the best tag team in the world. That's what they say they're battling for, and I think in reality also is what they're battling for. I mean, these probably are the best 2 tag teams in the world. Trying to think. The Young Bucks are up there for sure. Would I put FTR as number 2? I don't know. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah? They'd be up there. Is FTR better than Cole and MJF?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know about that. But they're very good. They're very good.
What?
They might be 3rd, FTR.
As far as operating as a cohesive tag team, yes. They are leagues better.
Okay.
Because MJF and Cole have had like 3 matches as a tag team or something. Maybe 4.
Okay.
So no, I don't think they're on caliber with a team that's been together for years and can like read each other's minds.
Right.
It's a different style, but I don't think it makes them better.
So this one, who are you for, and who is gonna win?
I still can't get over that you thought that Better Than You Baby is better than FTR. Like, I'm insulted on FTR's behalf. So I have the Young Bucks winning, and I am for FTR.
You're for FTR.
I love FTR.
Fear the Revolver?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what I think it stands for.
What's it stand for?
I'm not telling you.
What's it stand for?
It's dirty. I'm not saying it.
Fuck the rim?
Fist, and yes.
Fist the rim.
That's what I always said it stood for, because they used to have those tights that, what do they say on them?
Fists, no fists.
No, fists only fists, and it said it right over their butts.
Yeah, only fists.
Yeah, so fists the rim. That's what I always said that FTR stood for.
Only fists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we first, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then eventually, we realized they were good.
Really poor gear design.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, the person who did that had to have put zero thought into it.
Written in your notebook there.
It bends, because, yeah.
So, FTR have no chance of holding on
I know
to
they
their
have no chance. I know.
tag team titles after what Cash Wheeler allegedly happened was Cash Wheeler pulled a semi-automatic weapon on someone on the highway in a road rage incident, and I think he ruined any chance for his team of winning this match. He is looking at a felony and looking at jail time. Prison time, I should say. Not jail. Prison. So, that sucks in a number of different ways. No one was actually hurt or anything, but you can't do that, you know? You can't do that. That's the next thing after, under hurting someone. Is that's perceived as a threat, you know. So the Young Bucks are getting the win here and getting the belts. And
is that who you're for, also, the Young Bucks?
Oh, yeah, I'm almost always for the Young Bucks, yeah. I mean, you can't, talk about cohesiveness. They're such a cohesive team. They're so fun to watch. Great moves. Always throwing death-defying stunts your way. Never gets old watching them. They always put different spots in different places. What can I say? I mean, they're great. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
So I feel like since the muffin incident with CM Punk,
yes,
people have said that CM Punk has lost some of his luster because that episode sort of tainted him to them, you know?
Yeah.
And even I, who am a huge CM Punk fan, like, I definitely have apprehensions because of that incident. Do you feel the same way about the Young Bucks?
Because of the muffin incident?
Because of the fight that happened backstage.
No, not at all.
But do you feel that way about CM Punk also?
With the muffin thing, yeah.
Yeah.
With the muffin thing, yeah, he acted like a fucking asshole, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely made me think less of him, for sure, yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah.
Because I definitely, feel differently about the Young Bucks.
Really?
But not
just because they were in a fight? They could have
just
been defending themselves.
They wouldn't have been suspended if they were just defending themselves.
Could have been.
No.
Could have been.
I work in a school. If you're just defending yourself, you don't get suspended.
This wasn't a school. This was an adult workplace, a wrestling company.
I know. I'm saying,
too.
If you're defending yourself, you're not going to get suspended.
This thing, we don't know. Who knows? No. You'd have to have a video of it to really know.
I don't care for it.
No, the fight doesn't make... I mean, guys fight. It doesn't make me think any less. A lot of guys fight.
That makes me think less of all guys.
I don't fight.
I know. I appreciate that.
Keep up the good work. I ain't got time for that. Well, I also don't have any friends, so... Our friends are on the internet.
Yeah.
So...
You can only type witty statements against them.
Yeah.
All right.
But a lot of times guys fight, and wrestlers are going to wrestle. So, wrestlers get in arguments and backstage and fights and shit like that. So it didn't make me think any less of anyone really. Men have disagreements and blood gets heated. Sometimes you get pissed off, and sometimes you need a good punch in the stomach, and sometimes somebody else needs a good punch in the stomach. Sometimes that's what you got to do to clear the air.
That makes me think less of everyone. Anyone who fights, I think less of them.
Well,
I just don't understand that.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's like such a childish way to behave.
It's a very barbaric view of things.
Anyway, sorry. That is part of why I'm not for the Young Bucks. That and I love FTR.
So wait, you're for the guy who pulled the weapon on people, but not for the guys who might have hit people?
Yeah, because it's allegedly. You're innocent until proven guilty. The Young Bucks got suspended. They were proven guilty. Cash has not yet had a hearing or a trial.
He had an arraignment.
He had an arraignment. That's not the same thing. Okay. He hasn't been judged by a jury of his peers.
Okay. He's going to prison, babe.
No.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him, as I understand it. They did an interview with them the other day, and he was just like staring at the floor. Have you seen the memes?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see a lot of memes. I don't know where memes generate on the internet, but apparently not in the areas where I hang out.
I gotta give you some Twitter accounts to follow. Do you ever even look at our Twitter account?
Yeah, I look at Twitter.
Do you look at our Twitter?
You mean your Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you?
Do you post memes? You don't post memes. I don't see memes.
I do.
Oh, I don't see memes from you. I've seen your tweets, though, and your retweets of other things.
You need to look at our Twitter.
Okay.
Should.
Anyway.
You should know what's on our Twitter. Up next, we have the AEW Women's World Championship. We're down to our last two matches of the evening. I'm not saying this will go on second from last. I just put it second from last on my sheet here in hopes it might go on second from last.
This is WWE going second to last or last.
Yeah, which hopefully it does go on second to last. I think it deserves it. We have Women's World Champion Hikaru Shida defending against hometown girl Saraya of the Outcasts, defending against Toni Storm of the Outcasts, and defending against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who is on record as saying she doesn't want to hold the title ever again. So we'll mark her off right away. She said it in All Access, so she'd look like, going back on her word if she won the title. So, who do you think? Who are you cheering for?
I think Saraya. And I am cheering for literally anyone but Saraya.
Really?
Well, no, I guess not Britt Baker, because I don't want her to win the title if she doesn't want it. That's the stupid thing to say on television when you are then going to continue to wrestle for that company. But whatever. I'm for Toni Storm.
Okay.
But I'd be okay if Hikaru Shida kept it. But I'm for Storm. I do not want Saraya to win, but I think she's winning. So
this one we have Hikaru Shida, who's come in and won her second world title. When was that? 3 weeks ago?
I think it's 3.
3 weeks ago. With much acclaim, much confetti. She won it from Toni Storm. And so she and Dr. Britt Baker are the homegrown talents in this match, taking on Saraya and Toni Storm of the Outcasts. And you got to figure Ruby Soho might be at ringside here as well to give the Outcasts a third member. So I'm predicting Saraya to win. I think they're going to give her the hometown girls win. I know she's been heavy in the advertising in London. So I'm expecting her to get the win here, totally. I think they've been waiting for a reason to give her the world title, and I think this is it. So Saraya's going to win. Who am I cheering for? I'm cheering for Toni Storm because she is the best wrestler in the match, She or Sheeta is the best wrestler in the match, and Toni Storm is the most entertaining in the match. I mean, recently, the thing she's done as far as being like the starlet, the 1950s starlet, who's overcome by her emotions and can't get her shit together since she lost the women's world title.
It's been delightful.
And is caught constantly in her dressing gowns or in rollers with her hair in different states of disarray or different hairdos. And it's just been ridiculous and hilarious and dramatic and funny and just everything you want a skit to be.
Mm-hmm.
And has given her character some more character as well. It's come across in every way they wanted it to come across. It's kind of made her into a comedy character, which I guess is what they're going for. But they do that a lot in AEW. They make people comedic without making them comedy characters. Like the Young Bucks are comedic, but they can be serious the very next week. Being a comedy character. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing a lot of older people in the business don't seem to get. They say, oh, I don't like comedy in wrestling. I don't like to have comedy characters. But they don't understand. You can have somebody be comedic. You can have them dress like Ghostbusters one week and then have them come back and be serious the next week. And the fans are fine with that.
Well, it's like they're real people who are funny sometimes but not funny all the time.
Right. All right, and now we are up to our main event of the evening, the AEW World Title Match, the men's World Title Match, that is. We'll have, what I predict at this point in the card would be the World Champion and one half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. I know that's not what you're predicting.
Correct.
MJF putting his world title on the line against his fellow Ring of Honor World Tag Team partner. Again, not what you're predicting.
No.
Adam Cole. And so this one has been in the making for quite a while. These two have been friends. They've bonded. They've gone to Outback Steakhouse together. They've gone to trampoline parks together. They played the AEW video game together. What else have they done?
They went out for Hawaiian or Chinese food, depending on who you ask.
Say what? Why?
Remember they went to like a Chinese restaurant that I thought was a Hawaiian restaurant?
Yeah.
So they did that.
They did that.
They possibly watched the Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2 together.
Right.
They tried to pick up chicks, or MJF picked up chicks in a bar together.
Right.
And they went to the gym and worked out together. That was the very first one. Mm-hmm. I think that's all of them.
Yeah. So quite a few mandates. And they've become good friends. So it seems.
Best friends.
Best friends. And at this point, Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, I would say.
I would not say.
Yeah. But now it is time for them to part. And I believe this match will be the end of their friendship. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want it to be, though?
I don't want it to be the end, but I think it's going to be. Yeah, I don't see how you move forward.
Yeah.
Wait, so then what's going to happen? Okay, so before we even talk about what happens in this match, one of them is winning, one of them is losing. You think their friendship is ending.
Yep.
What happens with the tag team titles that they have supposedly won?
Well, they'll probably be vacated.
That's the stupidest idea. You should only vacate belts when you have to because of injury. You should never do it as part of a storyline. Because then, when someone gets injured and you have to vacate it again, you don't have a choice. So you should never voluntarily vacate belts.
They'll probably be vacated, and then we'll have an awesome Ring of Honor tag team tournament. Shit. What's bad about that?
I don't want the belts to be vacated.
Ring of Honor tag team tournament.
They've already been vacated, awesome. And they already had a tournament. I guess it wasn't a tournament. It was like one Reach for the Sky ladder match, but they just were vacated for horrible reasons.
For horrible reasons? What were the reasons?
Jay Briscoe died.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't see them, within a year, vacating the belts a second time unnecessarily. That was like April. I just disagree with you.
I think they're going to vacate the belts.
I don't think they'll vacate them.
I think they will. So...
I guess maybe the belts were never technically vacated. They just held the belts. The Briscoes held the belts until the tournament.
Yeah.
I guess they never called them vacated.
They were vacated for like a day, probably.
Yeah. Interesting. Anyway.
So what I see happening here, MJF has turned face. We've seen it. He said, "I'm not just a scumbag, I'm your scumbag." He really hasn't changed that much, except he high-fives people now and smiles. That's it. That's as much as he's changed.
He hasn't spit his gum out on them.
He doesn't spit his gum on people anymore. He's not so sexist, it doesn't seem. So he's changed a little. In his demeanor. But the way I see it is, we have a good match. We have, these two, by the end of the match, they're going at each other. They start the match kind of, skittish, not really wanting to go after each other, of course. Skittish here and skittish there, and you almost got me with that one. You almost got me with that one. And then halfway in, they're fucking taking it to each other. And this match is just going to build and build and build, And at some point, of course, we're going to have some people come out to want to watch it. Roderick Strong might want a better seat than in the back. The people from the Kingdom might want a better seat than from in the back. We may have those people come out, may not. May just leave it for these two to have the stage. But it's going to build and build and build. And by the end, these two will have everybody in the place, on their feet. It's going to be a heck of a match. I'm telling you that now. And maybe the match of the night. This I would put second place for match of the night. But the tension is just going to build. Eventually, MJF is going to win. Cole is going to turn on him, and Cole is going to go with Roderick Strong. He's going to say, "You were right about this jerk the whole time. He came and beat up on me. Wah. So Cole's going with Strong and the Kingdom, and they're going to form some sort of faction there. And that'll be cool. And MJF will be left alone with his Ring of Honor belt and his world title. And may have somebody run out to save MJF, who knows. May have some big face, may have some returning name run out to help him. Who knows? He doesn't have any friends besides Adam Cole. No, who else is going to run out there and help him? Sting and Darby are going to have been put in their coffins earlier. Who's going to run out there and help him?
Maybe Wardlow will see that MJF has changed and wants to be his friend again. We haven't seen Wardlow in a month and a half.
I don't know where Wardlow is, yeah.
So who are you for?
I'm for MJF, yeah, no doubt.
You have MJF.
And I'm predicting MJF also, yeah. But that's how I see things going down. What do you think, Kay?
So, I think you're wrong about the Ring of Honor tag team titles.
Yes.
So that doesn't come into play because they didn't win them. I think MJF is going to win, and I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. I think he is going to have a Shawn Michaels moment where Adam Cole is down on the ground and he's in the corner and he pulls out his diamond ring, his, what is it called? Dynamite diamond ring. Puts it on his fist, holds it up with, mouths, "I'm sorry" to...
I'm sorry, I love you.
I'm sorry, I love you.
I love you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, to Adam Cole. And then just punches him right in the face. And then pins him and wins.
That would
and
be
then
great.
Adam Cole turns heel and, flips out at MJF for cheating. So MJF stays a face, even though he cheats to win because he's our scumbag. And then Adam Cole heel
turns. Did you
turns.
get that from somewhere? You made that up yourself?
I made that up myself.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's a really good nod at one of the greatest moments in wrestling history, in my opinion. So that's what I came up with.
Yeah, that's great.
And then Adam Cole joins the Kingdom and Roderick Strong to form a heel faction.
Called the Crybabies. Called the fucking Crybabies.
I think they'll come up with a better name than that. I think the word Kingdom will be involved in their name somehow.
Kingdom of Crybabies.
I hope they don't change their music. I love the Kingdom entrance music with Maria Canales-Bennett at the beginning. Being like, thy kingdom come, and then like the music kicks in and it's so good. It's like jazzy and it's got a good driving beat to it. I like it.
Don't know it.
I will not sing it, but it's good. You should listen to it.
So who you're predicting?
I'm predicting MJF.
You're going for?
I'm going for MJF. And I'm also going for Adam Cole to turn heel. That's what I want to have happen.
So we both think Cole is turning heel. Yeah.
I feel like they hammered that home pretty hard in Dynamite this week. You know?
Yeah.
Like that was the definite impression that they gave. Plus, it's the only way that this stupid Roderick Strong Kingdom stuff that's been happening over and over, like little bits at a time throughout the past month, that's the only way it makes sense.
Yeah. So how many did we differ on? We got 11 matches.
We differed on 3 of them.
What 3?
We differed on Sting and Darby Allin versus Swerve and Christian.
Yeah.
We differed on House of Black versus The Acclaimed and Badass Billy Gunn, and we differed on Aussie Open versus Better Than You Baby.
That's it.
Yeah, which is when you sent me your
3 in a row.
Yeah, when you sent me your predictions earlier today, we differed on more than that. So someone had some mind changes.
I changed some things, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an awesome show.
Yeah.
So the match to which you are most looking forward is which one?
Well,
it doesn't have to be the match you think is going to be the best of the night.
The match I'm most looking forward to, I tell you, it's probably Jericho versus Ospreay. I want to see what they're going to do. I want to see what they can do.
Interesting.
Because everybody is talking shit about Chris Jericho, and I tell you who doesn't let you down is Chris Jericho.
You know, after watching those clips of Ospreay and Rey Mysterio and seeing how different Rey Mysterio wrestles when he wrestled Ospreay, who knows what Jericho is going to be able to pull out with that kind of like talented opponent. The bar is definitely set high.
Yeah.
So
yeah, what she's referring to, if you've never seen Ospreay versus Mysterio from the World Cup or whatever it was called, look for that. I think that's what it's called. Well,
yeah,
I'm on my phone right now.
Pro Wrestling World Cup is what it's called.
Yeah, it's like Pro Wrestling World Cup, but Will Ospreay versus Rey Mysterio. Look that match up. It was killer. You can at least find clips on YouTube. You can find it on... no, you can't. God damn it. If I knew how to use TikTok better, you could have found it on my TikTok.
We're learning.
Yeah. So we got 3 matches on which we differ. But yeah, I'm most looking forward to Jericho versus Ospreay, just because like I said, I've seen people, everybody, including me, wanted to see Omega versus Ospreay again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's great. Give me more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then now all these people are talking shit about Chris Jericho, about how he's old and how he can't do anymore. What?
Mm-hmm.
No, don't tell me that.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't tell me that. I want to see him go out there and give the fucking match of his life and shut these motherfuckers up. That's what I want to see now. So that is why I'm most looking forward to it. Is all these motherfuckers who've never stepped in a ring, or some of whom have never played a sport. Let's get real.
Mm-hmm.
Probably never played a sport in their lives. Dissing Chris Jericho. I want to see him rub it in their faces and put on an amazing match. Yeah. So I'm most looking forward to that one now.
Okay.
What about you?
I am most looking forward to either... I'm going to pick 2.
Okay.
Either Aussie Open and Better Than You Baby, because I love Aussie Open, and I think they're going to bring it, and I think MJF and Adam Cole are going to want to start the show off hot as hell, and so I think they're going to bring it.
That's going to be a great match. fun match.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And there better be a kangaroo kick. Oh my gosh, I want a kangaroo kick. So, I'm either most looking forward to that or to the Sting, Darby Allin, Swerve Christian match.
It's going to be a good match.
Again, I was looking forward to it more when it was AR Fox instead of Christian, but I think it will still be good. The last big match we saw Christian in was that Buried Alive match or whatever they called it with Jack Perry, mm-hmm. and that was the best thing I'd seen Christian do in the last 10 years or something. So I think he's going to he can bring it when he wants to. So I think he will. So. When can they hear from us again?
Oh, well, you can next hear from us. It depends how quickly you get to listen to this, because we're about to put this up right now. And we're going to be on Last Week in Wrestling, 7 o'clock tonight, which is Thursday the 24th. We're going to be on Last Week in Wrestling, 7 to 9 p.m., doing their prediction show for All In. Then you will hear from us on Saturday for the very first episode of WWE Weekly, which, if you listen to This Week in AEW, it's going to be very similar to that show, but not the exact same, because why? That's boring. It's going to be different format a little. It's going to be similar, but not the exact same. But it will cover this past week in WWE. It's their first episode of that. And then, of course, you will hear from us on... you'll probably hear from us Sunday night for pay-per-view wrap-up. We can do it Sunday night. Yeah. You'll hear from us Sunday night for the post-pay-per-view show.
And to make sure you don't miss any of these episodes, please make sure you subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Or you can watch these podcasts on YouTube. They are audio only, but you can look at our beautiful logo. So hit subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss any videos we post, whether it be podcast episodes or other contents. And always, as always, hit us up on Twitter if you want at No Bones Wrastlin' with an R, or at KFabulous80. It's KAY Fabulous 80.
And if you do look us up on YouTube, No Bones About Wrestling, you'll find our shows on there in audio only, but you will find some videos, like of me collecting the AEW cards, collecting a full set, some by mail, some by just buying big boxes of them. And some unboxing videos of the AEW Elite crates. And we have some more content coming your way on YouTube very soon here. You can find some videos there. And thanks for joining us. And as Mick Foley would say, have a nice day. Bye.